The act of expressing one's thoughts in a non-native language raises intriguing questions about cultural assimilation and potential cognitive influences. Some posit that language serves as a conduit for cultural osmosis, while others contend that it may lead to a form of subtle indoctrination, as language is often viewed as the vessel of thought. It is famously suggested in literature that language acquisition can be a double-edged sword, enabling both enlightenment and, in the case of Caliban, potential subjugation. Derrett, however, arrives at a different conclusion. It is contended that figures like Gandhi utilized English as a practical tool, akin to his spectacles, employing it for its pragmatic utility, clarity, directness, and brevity, rather than striving for eloquence. In the realm of Indian literature written in English, the language is not a mere conduit, but assumes an independent existence. The writers of Indian English novels, who are sometimes labeled as hybrids, face challenges in being fully embraced as unequivocal Indians due to lingering language sensibilities. This categorization can be particularly challenging in a society where even in an ostensibly caste-averse age, the term is often deployed in a disparaging manner. The study sets out to explore an authentically Indian school of writing that adopts English as its medium, recognizing it as the primary language of intellectual discourse within India, as well as a global lingua franca. The Indian English novelists, as the author contends, are not outsiders. Instead, they emerge as some of the most significant proponents of their nation's culture. They function as ambassadors or interpreters, whether this role is consciously assumed or not, endowed with the responsibility of representing a continent. The author employs a rigorous approach to literary analysis to illustrate how these authors distinctly embody Indian identity. She argues that the setting often supersedes the characters in importance, emphasizing a palpable sense of locality. For instance, R.K. Narayan's ethereal South Indian town of Malgudi permeates the thoughts and actions of nearly all his characters. Moreover, the study delves into the thematic undercurrent of the returning wanderer, which is emblematic of contemporary Indian fiction, signifying a particular national zeitgeist. The author posits that the meticulous and precise use of language, coupled with a unique mode of interweaving meaning with words, is distinctly Indian. By drawing parallels between Indian and British portrayals of Indian dance, she highlights a profound distinction. For Indian writers, the reader's immersion in the dance is imperative, while for Anglo-Saxon writers, a distant observation suffices. While the author's literary arguments merit further examination, her study poses profound questions about the Indian English novelist's role as an interpreter of national attitudes for an international audience. For example, R.K. Narayan's detachment from the fervor of the freedom movement and his depiction of the British as distant, almost impassive figures, raises intriguing implications. The author meticulously explores the relatively detached stance of many Indian English novelists towards romantic relationships or intercultural dynamics, presenting a thorough analysis supported by ample illustrative material. Margaret Derrett's work in this area represents pioneering scholarship with promising potential for further exploration.